this group Physio Inculcator is doing a very good job, and many of my friends are there, and senior physiotherapists and senior clinicians and academicians are Dr. Rajdeep sir. Many, maybe some, many more are there just now, but I have not so much known about this because I'm not in the part of team member, but I'm always associated with all of you. And when you get, uh, when you want my lecture or my session or anything for the field of physiotherapy, for the upgradation of student, for the upgradation of profession, I'm always be there, either with my lectures, with my workshops. When you want, I am always there, and this time you are organizing a free webinar, and thank you so much for that, that you have invited me for this session. Actually, what you are saying is that only here in Lucknow Era University, it is also a 1100 bedded hospital, and it is also in that 700 bedded is already occupied for COVID-19. So we are dealing with online academics and clinical and all the things. So as a head of the department, so much responsibility is also there. So but for these tasks, which is my favorite one, to make learn everybody, and I also learn from you all, from my students, from my seniors, from my colleagues. I always want to grasp something new knowledge from you all, from everybody. So it is my learning part also, and that always saying is that, good saying is that learning always continues, and we are continuing with our learning. So again, thank you very much to all Physio Inculcators group. So now, shall I proceed?
Yes sir, sure, please.
Okay, thank you
Thank you,
very
sir.
much. Actually, my topic is postural assessment, correction, and restoration with ergonomics. Actually, uh, going to proceed further, before that, I just want to explain that this posture term is either you take very easy also, or you take, there are many things related with posture. If you talk about neurology, yeah, neurological disorder, or you talk about orthopedic disorder, or you talk about cardiorespiratory, or you talk about any of the specialty of physiotherapy, or any this disorder from either neurological, orthopedic, sports injury. Actually, posture is the very important uh, in this part of all these things, because the first thing what we have to know about this posture term always come in every aspect of our life. One is posture and one is gesture. Okay, and the posture is always important for ourselves in every task, uh, in our every working habits, in our jobs, daily activities, daily living activities. So everything uh, involves posture, and this posture, in simple term, this posture is the, what you know, many of you know, and everybody in general, the definition everybody knows about that, that posture is alignment of body part uh, in a particular situation for a particular task, or in a particular position for a particular task, in simple terms. So definition is not so much, but the thing what posture involves is the beyond the posture, what we have to be with, yeah, what we have to keep in mind is the important thing. So you already seeing in the slide that posture is the position of body with respect to the surrounding space. A posture is determined and maintained by coordination of the various muscles that move the limbs by proprioception and by the sense of balance. Now these three terms, muscles, proprioception, and balance. Okay, these three important terms are there. Everybody knows about the definition. I not so much talking about the these things. But these three terms, muscle, muscle shows the musculoskeletal system. Okay, one. Proprioception shows shows the joint, yeah, musculoskeletal system or nervous system, and sense of balance shows the somatosensory system. So three important system are there, that musculoskeletal system, somatosensory system, and one more is very important, is that vestibular system also. These three system, and these three are related with the control of posture, which is also called as postural control or motor control. So what is postural control? मीन्स दिस इज पोस्चर, ठीक है। ये पोस्चर या मैं मिक्स बोलूंगा, इंग्लिश इज कंफर्टेबल फॉर ऑल एंड हिंदी भी, तो जो अगर किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम होती है तो बता सकता है। सो इफ वी टॉक अबाउट पोस्चर, तो इन जनरल we talk about inactive or active posture. Inactive posture and active. And inactive posture, you already know about that, in which there is no so much activity is performed, and body is in a relaxed position. And active posture includes two type of posture: static posture and dynamic posture. And the static posture is that, now the behind that, these two types of posture, one is static and one is dynamic. Static and dynamic both are defined on the basis of line of gravity. What? On the basis of line of gravity. Where the line of gravity is not changing, means in simple term, I'm just talking in the simple term. Okay, when line of gravity is not changing, then it is static posture. When line of gravity is frequently changing, in any activity where the line of gravity is changing, then it is dynamic posture. Okay, and in the case of dynamic posture, static posture, mainly in dynamic posture, there is the important thing is the control of that posture, how the posture is controlled. So for the control of the posture, these three systems are mainly important. Other than that, other systems are also important, like nervous system. In nervous system, there is a loop working behind that, cerebellum, basal ganglia, brain stem. They also work for the control of this posture and balance. And other than feet forward mechanism of nervous system is also there. Many of the things, but I'm not so much going indulge in that. I'm just making you clear about the basic. And other than that, vestibular system is very important, somatosensory, and one more important system is visual system. Okay, now this static and dynamic posture, you already know these things. Okay, I'm not just going deep inside that. The basic thing is line of gravity. When the line of gravity or center of gravity is in the line of, when the line of gravity is passing through the center of gravity, then it is static posture. And when it is keep changing, then it is dynamic posture. Then, and these adjustment, these at the time of dynamic posture, these adjustment of body are controlled by this postural control. And these systems what I am talking about. Okay, like if we talk about in simple terms, this is movement strategies, these are biomechanic part. But previously I just want to tell you the system, like for the postural control. And other important thing is postural reflex also, postural reflex system. If you want, if you are seeing me, you can watch me easily, na? Okay, so now if I am standing like that, okay, and if I am, my eyes are open, okay, my eyes are open, then easily you can just watch me, observe me, my posture. I'm just standing, not so much anterior posterior sway is there. But when I close my eyes, you will see that, you will easily observe that you are getting my voice, Himanshu, my voice.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
are
sir.
getting.
Voice is clear,
Okay,
sir.
okay, 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 when I am in standing position, I have closed my eyes. So at that time, you can observe easily. My sway is increased. Anterior posterior body sway is increased. Okay. Now the important thing is these sway is the example of postural control. How? When visual system is, when I'm my eyes are open, then my visual system is working. Balance is more appropriate. Okay, my balance and posture is more appropriate at the time. But while I have closed my eyes, the sway will increase. But at that time, how my sway is controlling, what the system is controlling my sway. The system is musculoskeletal system. First system I am talking about, the first system, musculoskeletal system. How musculoskeletal system? Musculoskeletal system is working like my postural muscles, anti-gravity muscles. My anti-gravity muscles is controlling my posture. When my posture is going anteriorly, the posterior muscle counterbalance and they make me line of gravity. They adjust my line of gravity and I goes in my normal position. And when my I'm going posteriorly, then my anterior muscle is contracting and they are helping me to coming back in my normal position. Okay, so like that only this musculoskeletal system is working. One thing, I just go beyond that also, but first I am just briefing about the system. Other system is visual, I have talked about. Other system musculoskeletal. Now somatosensory. How somatosensory system works? Like sense of balance. How? When this, the best example for that, if you go on a steep hill or you go on an inclined plane, your body adjusts according to that only. Okay, when you go down, your knee will be bent and you go like that extended position. When you go up, your body is in flex position. Okay, these things according to the terrain also, these things are maintained by somatosensory part. Okay, other than that, vestibular part. Vestibular part is important because semicircular canal, you all know internal ear, vestibular apparatus, semicircular canal, there is a fluid and there is our crystals. The crystals are moving by the movement of our body, or my neck head coordination, or my body head coordination. Okay, so at the time of movement they are making me the sense of my posture. Okay, so like that only vestibular is working. Other than that, इनके बाद जो भी चीज आती है, those are, ये मैंने सारे systems की बात करी. Other than that, cerebellum. How cerebellum? Cerebellum is the most important part of coordination. How basal ganglia? Basal ganglia is important for recruitment of muscle. When which muscle have to be recruited, that decided by the basal ganglia. So cerebellum, basal ganglia, red nucleus, vestibular apparatus, these all are connected. They are all are working in a loop, and they are by the coming senses they are sending a motor response. By cerebral cortex, we are the cerebral cortex control the spinal reflexes. Other important term on what I am coming is that the postural reflexes. These postural reflex system, which is called stretch reflex also. This also an important part to control the posture also by the stretch reflex mechanism. These already you have studied in nervous system, but I am not going so much deep inside because it is a very vast topic. It is a topic for a workshop also, so I'm not getting so much deep. But if you have a question, you can ask me after this lecture. Okay, okay, these postural reflex system is also working for controlling our posture. Okay, these all things are working behind that. Now I'm coming on the strategies, the biomechanical part. Slide is open in front of you. Ankle strategy, hip strategies, stepping strategy. Another is head strategy, muscle synergy pattern. Many other things are also there. Okay, hat, head, arm, trunk, involvement of hat, head, arm, trunk. in the dynamic pattern, like in walking, everywhere in our daily activities. All these things are required to maintain the posture. Like how ankle, like I have demonstrate you the sway. When sway is there and I am closing my eyes, my sway increased, and this sway is balanced by my ankle first. Because जैसा आप लोग जानते हैं, एक बिल्डिंग अच्छी तब होती है जब उसकी नींव अच्छी होती है. बिल्डिंग इज गुड व्हेन its pillars are well maintained and well organized. Okay, so if ankle अगर हमारा अच्छा है, अगर मींस अच्छे का मतलब है जितने भी हमारे प्लांटर फ्लेक्सस हैं, डॉर्सी फ्लेक्सस हैं, काफ मसल्स हैं, फेशियाज हैं, वो सारी अच्छी वर्क कर रही हैं, तो वो एंकल हमारा फर्स्ट जो इन्वॉल्व होता है, वो एंकल इन्वॉल्व होता है हमारे पोस्चर या बैलेंस को मेंटेन करने के लिए. फर्स्ट एंकल इन्वॉल्व होता है. एंकल हमारी बॉडी के स्वे को कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश करता है. अगर वहां से कंट्रोल नहीं हो पाता है, जैसे कोई सडन जर्क मिला या किसी ने मुझे धक्का दिया, somebody pushed me, so at that time my other strategies come out, like, and that is because of reflex also, which is already happening every time in our daily activities, and this is called the postural reflex system also, that communicate to the required part like hip. And अगर मुझे किसी ने धक्का दिया तो मैं सडन अपना हिप फ्लेक्स कर लूंगा, एक पैर आगे बढ़ा दूंगा, दैट इज हिप स्ट्रेटेजी. और मैं बेंड हो जाऊंगा, हाथ फैला लूंगा और मैं आगे झुक जाऊंगा, बेंड हो जाऊंगा, दैट इज हिप स्ट्रेटेजी. एंड हिप स्ट्रेटेजी is further involved when my ankle is not able to balance or maintaining the posture. Other stepping when thrust or perturbation means disturbance. Perturbation may be internal or external by the out forces. किसी ने धक्का दे दिया, किसी ने भी. When perturbation is so much strong, then we have to use stepping strategies. Okay, but beyond that, one more strategy is there, head strategy. But head strategy mainly involved at the time you see a visible clear example at the time when you when a person stand on some blanket or sheet, and किसी शीट पे खड़ा और पीछे से आप वो शीट खींच लो, या anybody standing on a skate, okay, और स्केट पीछे की तरफ स्लिप हो गई, तो वो क्या करेगा, वो हेड स्ट्रेटेजी, उसका हेड आगे की तरफ जाएगा और एंकल पीछे की तरफ, लेकिन वो बॉडी गिरेगा, लेकिन वो संभालने के लिए क्या करेगा, अपने हेड को पीछे की तरफ ले जाने की कोशिश करेगा और हाथ को फैला लेगा ताकि वो गिरने ना पाए, क्योंकि ये बॉडी का सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्स सिस्टम है, जिसको हम स्ट्रेच रिफ्लेक्स भी कहते हैं. वो बॉडी की एगोनिस्ट एंटागोनिस्ट पे वर्क करता है अकॉर्डिंग टू द सेंस. बॉडी के प्रोप्रियोसेप्टर्स सेंस भेजते हैं और वहां से सेरिब्रल अपना कंट्रोल एक्शन करता है एंड स्पाइन अपना लोकल रिफ्लेक्स सिस्टम को एक्टिवेट करता है और बॉडी रिस्पॉन्स करती है. तो मेरा ये मतलब है कि बायोमैकेनिक्स और नर्वस सिस्टम को आप इस तरह से कोरिलेट कर सकते हो. सेम यही मैंने जो बताया, ये दो सिस्टम में सारा कुछ इन्वॉल्व होता है, दैट इज प्रोएक्टिव एंड रिएक्टिव फिनोमेना. प्रोएक्टिव इज व्हेन जब हम पहले से तैयार हैं. मैं किसी रूम में कभी गया और मुझे एक्सपीरियंस है कि इस जगह पे इस रूम में फ्लोर स्लिपरी है और मैं गिर जाऊंगा, तो मैं पहले से अपनी बॉडी को पूरा कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड करके फुट को एकदम बैलेंस करके शॉर्ट स्टेप लेके आगे आगे बढ़ूंगा. लेकिन अगर मेरे को नहीं पता है तब मेरा रिएक्टिव सिस्टम काम करेगा, दैट इज रिफ्लेक्स सिस्टम. प्रोएक्टिव में तो क्या है कि मैं पहले से पता है कि वो मुझे धक्का देने वाला पीछे से, तो मैंने अपनी एंटी ग्रेविटी मसल को, कोर मसल्स को, पोस्चरल मसल्स को स्ट्रॉन्ग कर रखा है. ठीक है, ओके, आई हैव ऑलरेडी स्ट्रेंथेंड माय postural muscles, anti-gravity muscles, core muscles, because I know that somebody is want to push me, so I am primarily active, so that is proactive response against the perturbation. Okay, but what is reactive? मैं सडन, मुझे नहीं पता किसी ने सडन आके धक्का दे दिया, ये सडन कोई ऑकवर्ड सिचुएशन में चला गया, मैं जा रहा हूं, सडन एक सामने गड्ढा आया, मैं तुरंत उसको पैर लंबा, हम खुद ही जंप कर जाते हैं, सो कहीं ऊंचे नीचे सरफेस आता है तुरंत हमारा, दैट इज रिफ्लेक्स सिस्टम. दैट आल्सो involve to control the posture also. That is very important. So that phenomena is reactive phenomena. My body is reacting against the perturbation. That is reactive phenomena. Okay, these two phenomena are very important against the internal or external perturbations. Okay, to maintain the posture or to maintain the balance. Okay, now I am correlating with, this is new for you all, and just uh, make these things in your mind always. These two things are involved in the nervous system as same, with two new terms. Those are feed forward mechanism and feed back mechanism. What is feed forward mechanism of nervous system? When where they, and these two mechanisms are because of those systems: cerebellum, basal ganglia, brain stem, okay, vestibular. They work in a loop with cerebral cortex. Okay, they work in a loop to send a uh, best motor response to control the posture. Okay, these two mechanisms are correlated with proactive, are the synonyms of proactive and reactive. Feedback is proactive response, and feed forward mechanism is reactive response. Okay, what is feed forward mechanism of nervous system? That is reactive response of body. जब हमारी बॉडी सडन रिस्पॉन्स करती है, दैट इज फीड फॉरवर्ड मैकेनिज्म. एंड जो प्रोएक्टिव फिनोमेना है बॉडी का जो पहले से है, तो दैट इज प्रोएक्टिव, दैट इज फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म. ओके, दैट इज क्लियर फॉर यू ऑल, आई थिंक. ओके, now you are seeing this simple postures. Okay, these are okay. Now here, these anti-gravity muscle are working in a cross pattern. Okay, you already can watch here. Okay, in any activity, these cross anti-gravity muscle are already working to maintain the posture. Okay, because of that only, if there is not, these muscles are not capable to maintain the pelvic tilt. Like pelvic tilt is important. Agar, if there is anterior pelvic tilt for so long, there may be disturb in the posture. Line of gravity is continuously changing, and that leads to a, in future, that leads to a big musculoskeletal problem also. Okay, these things are there. Now this is standard posture. Either you go with frontal analysis or you go with sagittal analysis. These in frontal view also and sagittal view, line of gravity is passing by the different parts of body. Okay, this is sagittal view. You are seeing already where the line of gravity is passing. If you see that from lower side, you just see that just in front of the ankle joint, and then passing from the knee joint and just going backward to the just on the hip joint, and pelvis is already in anterior tilt, and normally in anterior tilt, and line is going upward beyond slight posterior to the always concavity, and slight anterior to the convexity. Okay, like in cervical lordosis and lumbar lordosis, you can easily see that line of gravity is passing behind where the lordosis are there, and where the convexity is there, line of gravity is passing in front of that. Okay, now I'm talking about good posture, bad posture, or faulty posture. What are good posture or bad posture? Okay, good posture or bad posture. Good posture is the posture which give most comfortability or relax to the body in any particular task you are performing. जिस भी टास्क में आप, मैं बहुत बेसिक टर्म्स में बात कर रहा हूँ, आई एम नॉट गोइंग so much deep in definitions, but in general, what is good posture? Good posture जहाँ पे minimum effort हो muscle का, where there is a minimal effort of muscle and body is in a relaxed position for so long, and we are not having any kind of tiny tears or pain in the body, or any kind of minor injury are there, or muscle is not in a stress, means in which condition muscle is in a least stress, that posture is called good posture for a particular task. And where there is a muscle is in a maximum stress, that is bad posture, or continuous bad posture is also known as faulty posture, in which we used to do our daily activities. Okay, if we are doing our daily activities in faulty postures, it will definitely in future occurs with a severe musculoskeletal disorders. One more thing here I want to state, that either you respect anybody or not, but you have to respect pain, either it is minor pain or major pain, तो आपको करना ही पड़ेगा. It is either it is any kind of minor minimum pain, either initial pain is there, or either maximum pain में तो आप कुछ कर ही नहीं पाओगे, but you always have to respect pain, because that is showing that there is some abnormality going on in your body. Okay, now one more thing I want to talk. this 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 according to body type, this is very important for you all. According to body type, you at the time of analysis, you can that is this body type you already know: ectomorphic, endomorphic, mesomorphic. Okay, three types of body are there. As per the body type, you can evaluate, you can analyze easily, और आप future problem पहले से एक अपने माइंड मेकअप कर सकते हो. उसके असेसमेंट में जो पोस्चरल असेसमेंट है, उसमें आप इस चीजों पे ध्यान दे सकते हो कि मे बी he or she will be associated a particular body type. He or she of a particular body type may be associated with these problems. Like ectomorph can be associated with forward head posture problem, abducted or protracted scapula also, increased thoracic kyphosis also, increased lumbar lordosis also, scoliosis also. Endomorph patients, endomorph person are also can be associated with genu valgus, pes planus, pes valgus. Not in all, but they can be associated with. Mesomorph generally free from postural defects, but may develop minor problems with age, especially with increased body weight. Okay. This is taking so much time, this picture. Okay. Now, these faulty posture, continuous faulty posture may lead to a postural pain syndromes, postural dysfunctions also. These postural pain syndromes, either because of posture deviates from normal alignment, but no structural limitations, mechanical stress, but relieved by activity or change of position, no abnormalities in musculoskeletal structures. Postural dysfunction, adaptive shortening of soft tissues and muscle weakness, imbalance in strength and flexibility. That is already you can understand. Like standing, faulty posture, head, neck, shoulder, scapula, head, neck, shoulder, and scapula, trunk, feet, and knees. We can observe all these things for the faulty posture. Okay, like head, if forward head, this is also called, you also up in this forward head is very common in upper cross syndrome also, when there is severe muscle imbalance because of long-term faulty posture. There you already know, and that upper cross involves the over contraction of your neck muscle and weakness of upper thoracic muscles. Okay, so this is also a big problem in future. Okay, head and neck, head posterior tilt, head anterior tilt, marked anterior tilt, forward head. This is Now this is the position. By this you can judge easily any person in which posture, and maximum in computer worker you find that which type of posture, C type of posture. Okay, this C or D. B is rare. Okay, and A is also. In most computer workers you can already, you many of you have seen already that this type posture you will get in those patients. Shoulder scapula. I am not, this is a very detailed topic, but just I am just uh, I want to just visualize you all. Okay. This is shoulders and scapula, good position. Scapula abducted, slightly elevated. Scapula abducted, slightly elevated. You can easily judge these all things. Actually, these all things are scapula depressed. Okay. Winging of scapula, normal scapula. Actually, the problem is that I'm not going against anybody, but in current task, in current scenario, we are going so much of manual techniques, corrections. Okay, okay, corrections are good, manual correction are good, but before that, I'm emphasizing on the assessment. Assessment should be strong. Assessment should be peculiar, accurate. Okay, and as assessment should be very good, clear, because big हम लोग ज्यादातर क्या करते हैं कि आजकल कायरो प्रैक्टिस या सिटिंग दे दिया या रिलीफ कर दिया, बट बिफोर दैट लोग ये नहीं करते कि असेसमेंट कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है. दैट पोस्चर असेसमेंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इफ यू नो, इफ यू डोंट गो विथ प्रायर असेसमेंट, दैट्स व्हाई ऑलरेडी ये तो बहुत पहले मेटलिन ने बोला था और बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. आप में से बहुत लोग जानते हैं जो प्रैक्टिशनर हैं कि मैनुअल थेरेपी जब से स्टार्ट हुई तब से बोला गया कि फॉर ईच एंड एवरी स्ट्रेच ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट, फॉर ईच एंड एवरी ट्रीटमेंट यू आर गिविंग द पेशेंट, pre and post assessment is very important for physiotherapy, for the diagnosis, for the assessment. आप जब तक प्री असेसमेंट ट्रीटमेंट से पहले नहीं करेंगे और तुरंत पोस्ट असेसमेंट नहीं करेंगे, आपको कभी भी नहीं पता लगेगा यू आर गोइंग ऑन अ राइट ट्रैक और नॉट. Okay, your approach is good or correct or not. Okay, assessment is very important. Okay, you have to analyze the patient either sagittally or frontally. Okay, either in a frontal view, front view, or in a sagittal view. You have to analyze the patient. That is very important for all. This is upper cross syndrome. Okay, many of you know already these things. Okay, I'm not going so much deep inside that. This is the kyphosis and lordosis because of continuous changing in the line of gravity. Because when line of gravity is changing and our postural reflex and postural control system already work on maintaining, I have already said that, maintaining on line of gravity in middle axis of the body or from the center of gravity. So for maintaining that, our body adjustment are always there. If you are going in a long term for a faulty posture and you are acquiring faulty posture for a particular task for so long, then your body adjustment will go in a wrong way because your line of gravity is adjusting that posture, that line of gravity. Your postural control mechanism is going to adjust that always line of gravity, and for that only your adjustment according to that, and there will be subluxation. These subluxation, what we are talking about every time in the manipulation, spinal manipulation, these spinal adjustment are because of what? First we have to find that, we have to approach that treatment according to that only, how this line of gravity is getting disturbed in this particular person, what in what occupation that person is, and what the faulty posture he is requiring every day in his or her task. So that is important, that analysis is important before any kind of manipulation. Okay, this is Swebeck. This adjustment is also because if your pelvis is regularly in a posterior tilt, and you already know, you know about the closed chain mechanism and open chain mechanism. fastly we can say that what is closed chain mechanism. Closed chain mechanism, when your distal part is stable and proximal part is moving, that is closed chain mechanism. And what is open chain mechanism? When the proximal part is fixed and distal part is moving, that is open chain mechanism. In both mechanism, open chain and closed chain, any movement performing, you are performing in any mechanism, either in closed chain or in open chain. Each and every part of body is related in a chain. So if there is any subluxation in the ankle, or you are acquiring any wrong posture from the ankle, that leads to problem to your upper body till your neck also. And because of your faulty posture, regular faulty posture and changes in your ankle, that leads to a in future big problem towards your spine also. So it is very important, like if you are continuously maintaining posterior pelvic tilt, that leads to a decreased lumbar lordosis, that leads to a increased thoracic kyphosis, and that leads to a cervical lordosis, and that completely give you the sway back posture, which in future will be a big deal for you. Okay, and for your therapist also to treat that. Okay, military type posture. Okay, flat back posture. These are some, actually these all are for the workshops also in detail. We talk so much detail about that. And now faulty posture like sitting, this is ideal sitting, this is lordosis, this is weak support from low back. Actually it is a very big topic. So like this condition, you already you can see in this picture also, posture in lying down, supine accentuates kyphosis, prone position accentuates lordosis, side lying position straightened spine. मतलब अगर आप इन पोजीशन को ज्यादा एक्वायर करते हो तो आप किसकी तरफ, किसको कम कर रहे हो, किसको बढ़ावा दे रहे हो, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो इट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट व्हाट द basic posture you are acquiring daily in your normal daily living also. So that is very important, like this is very important. Now I am talking about the personality, I am relating the personality with the posture. This is also very new thing for you all. Any extrovert person and any introvert person, how much they are vulnerable to any problem. If you talk about ideal posture, means good posture, good posture, ideal posture. In extrovert, it is 96%. Means extrovert people, smart people already have 96% of ideal posture. Introvert people have only 4% of. Means the maximum introvert peoples have postural problems. You can easily in your practice, many of your clinical physiotherapists are there in my lecture this time, and they have seen already many introvert peoples are like village peoples or many other peoples. You see that like in India you seen that हम लोग इतने extrovert हमारे नहीं होते, and खास तौर पे if you go with the female uh, then if you see their posture, maximum are with rounded shoulder, maximum of are with rounded shoulder. And because of these rounded shoulder, because of these continuous rounded shoulder, they have continuous stretch in their upper back, and because of that their scapula is already laterally shifted. Okay, so and many other things are there. So because of that, thorax muscle goes weaken and weaken day by day, and anterior neck muscle, that also lead to a forward posture also, a rounded shoulder. Okay, so this extrovert and introvert is also a clear picture how that posture affected of that person, extrovert and introvert. Not actually, exceptions are always there, but this is on the broad analysis, this is on the basis of broad analysis. Okay, kyphosis, lordosis structure. Kyphosis and lordosis postural defects are more common, 17% only in extrovert and 83% in introvert. Flat back. 42% in extrovert, and 58% in introvert. Sway back, 26% and in extrovert, and introvert in 74%. One example, another here, for this only, to support this part only. If you have seen any HR manager in a company or in a foreign company delegate or big MNCs, they used to sit not, they always used to sit like, not like this, by supporting from their back, chair back. They always sit in the corner of their chair, anterior corner of the chair, by erecting their posture self, and they are maintaining their muscle functioning always. They are making their muscle strengthen by their self. Their muscle is already controlling the posture, and we used to sit like that always. So already we are not depending on our passive stabilizers, and passive stabilizers are our muscles. Okay, we are not depending on passive stabilizers, our muscles. We are using the support, and muscle, by that muscles are going weaken and weaken day by day. So this is a very good example. Okay, so these things are very important. Now I'm coming to why I'm talking about these all things, because these comes in the ergonomics. What is ergonomics? Ergonomics is the science which suggests or which tells you about how you have to be capable in your working environment for so long. Okay, it is a relationship between the work demands and the human capabilities. Okay, ergonomics is the science to study about the human abilities in a particular work and particular task. Okay, definition: designing the job to fit the worker instead of forcing the worker to fit the job. हम लोग अपनी जॉब के अकॉर्डिंग अपने पोस्चर को रखते हैं, बल्कि हमें अपने वर्किंग एनवायरनमेंट को इस तरह मेंटेन करना चाहिए. लाइक in COVID-19, very important, this pandemic situation, you all are studying from your home. Many of students are there. They are studying, and they are definitely, if these things going on for 4-5 months, next 4-5 months, and you are attending your 9 to 4 daily classes by laptop, and you are sitting on bed, you are not using your table chair. You students, now itself, from this age only, you will deal with your neck pain, slight neck pain, back pain, always there. Okay, because of your continuous wrong posture, you are acquiring wrong posture for your studying. You are not using table chair, appropriate of height of table, appropriate height of chair. You are studying, somebody studying like that only. टीचर वहां पढ़ा रहा है, बच्चे ऐसे पढ़ रहे हैं. ठीक है, कोई लेट के पढ़ रहा है, कोई टेबल पे झुक के पढ़ रहा है, कोई आराम से रेस्ट लेके पढ़ रहा है, बस कंटिन्यूअस आप पढ़ो. यू डोंट नो अबाउट द हाउ मच distance your eyes required from the laptop or from the phone. You are continuously using your phone, laptop, और बहुत पास से देख रहे हो तुम हर समय. तो इसका क्या, how much light glares are required for your room when you are using your mobile phone or laptop. So these all things very important. These comes into ergonomics. Okay, so ergonomics advices are very. What are the benefits of ergonomics? Reduction of work related injuries, increase worker productivity, increase work quality, reduce absenteeism, increase morale. Main ergonomic principles suggest that work activity should permit worker to adopt several different healthy and safe posture. आप कंटिन्यूस एक पोस्चर में रहोगे, आपके प्रॉब्लम होगी. एक कंटिन्यूस मसल पे स्ट्रेस पड़ेगा. मसल फोर्सेस शुड बी डन बाय द लार्जेस्ट अप्रोप्रिएट मसल ग्रुप. आपको लार्जेस्ट अप्रोप्रिएट मसल ग्रुप्स को ज्यादा यूज करना है पर्टिकुलर टास्क के लिए. वर्क एक्टिविटीज should be performed with joint at about mid point of their ROM. आप मिड पॉइंट पे, अगर मैं तुमसे कहूं, आप लोगों से कहूं कि कोई वेट को उठा के रखो, तो आप लोग जनरली मिड एल्बो पे उठाओगे. ये उठाना वेट या ये उठाना एक्सटेंडेड पोजीशन में उठाना मुश्किल होगा. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे सबसे कैपेसिटी ज्यादा होती है वेट उठाने की. इसीलिए जो हमारा मिडिल रेंज होता है वो स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट रेंज होता है. एंड मिडिल रेंज में आप ज्यादा एक्टिविटीज परफॉर्म करते हो तो आपके जॉइंट डैमेज मिनिमम होंगे, सॉफ्ट पार्ट पे डैमेज मिनिमम होंगे। 91% बेंडिंग ओवर, ये एमएसडी की बात मैं कर रहा हूँ, ये एमएसडी थी। दिस रिजल्टिंग इंजरीज, अब ये सारी प्रॉब्लम कंटिन्यूस फॉल्टी पोस्चर होता है, तो क्या रिजल्टिंग इंजरी होंगी? आइदर सीटीडी, क्यूमुलेटिव ट्रॉमा डिसऑर्डर्स, रिपीटेटिव स्ट्रेन इंजरीज और मस्कुलोस्केलेटल डिसऑर्डर। आप जब लॉन्ग टर्म में बहुत लॉन्ग टर्म में फॉल्टी पोस्चर एक्वायर करते हो, स्पाइनल एडजस्टमेंट रॉन्ग वे में होते हैं, स्पाइनल सबलक्सेशंस हो जाते हैं, तो इन तीनों में से कोई भी दिक्कत हो सकती है। सॉफ्ट पार्ट पे स्ट्रेस, एक्स्ट्रा स्ट्रेस आता है। either it can be cumulative trauma disorder, either it can be repetitive strain injuries, or it will in future it will become a big musculoskeletal disorder, and for prolonged time it will, if it will occur, then it will lead to a deformities also, like S-shaped scoliosis. This is the example of this only. Okay, so now these are common ergonomic stress areas, mainly commonly ज्यादा affected areas हैं ergonomic, जिसको suggest करता है your shoulders, neck, elbow, wrist, hand, eyes, back, spine. These are most common stress areas. Sign of MSDs: range of motion decrease, loss of function, deformity, cramping, loss of color, grip strength, loss of balance to swelling, redness decreased. Okay. Symptoms of MSDs: numbness, burning, aching, stiffness, muscle fatigue. Okay, now these are the corrections. What postural correction you can do by yourself also. These are some pictures for postural correction. This person is showing his is doing like internal rotation, or he is gliding his scapula toward the midline to strengthen their upper thoracic muscles. Okay, clearly these all are doing exercise to correct their posture. Extension exercise with towel, and these are some correction exercise. For flat back you can apply. Now I am coming to postural correction. These postural analysis, this is there are so many. Anterior view, you have to these landmarks, you have to assess these landmarks for proper assessments. Okay, these are evaluation tools. These are postural charts like this. Mute your mic. Mute your mic. Okay, now this is rational and used to address. If I'm just talking about identification and avoidance of casual habits, posture adopted on a regular basis perpetuate themselves by avoiding them. Patient facilitate postural changes. Ongoing activities likely to perpetuate and aggravate the posture in question, like stretching. मैं ये बात कर रहा हूँ. This is the important thing. What the treatment we can provide, what the correction we can provide according to the problem, and what the rationale is important. Like for stretching, to lengthen, shorten muscle, we can do stretch, we can do deep tissue massage, we can we can do deactivation of trigger points. In hypomobility condition also we can stretch. Okay, myofascial release to facilitate and to increase joint mobility in hypomobility condition. Muscle strengthening we can do for muscle strengthening, either hypermobility in hypomobility. Taping, bracing or casting we can do for alignment, to make the alignment of the body, to correct the alignment of the body. We can do taping, bracing, cast. Beyond that we can do manual correction also. Manipulation can also be done for that, but that is a very big topic. So I'm not going towards that only. In general, I just want to because it is the time is going so um, uh, means I'm already this time is going so late also. uh, what to do? Prevent. Warm up and stretch before activities that are repetitive, static or prolonged. Take frequent breaks from any sustained posture every 20-30 minutes. Respect pain position or stop painful activities. Recognize early sign of inflammatory process and treatment early. That for the prevention. Provide sufficient space for you therapists also and many clinicians also. Awkward bending, twisting and reaching places strain on the musculoskeletal system. Permanently place equipment used in every clinical procedure which comfortable reach 20 inches in front of body. Your equipments are not kept so much behind from you for at the time of treatment. Okay. Allow right or left handed use. आपको एक ही हाथ को यूज नहीं करना. Allows different working posture. Posture has to be changing by the time. Provides a choice in method use. Ideally equipment should allow work in a relaxed and well balanced position. Reduce physical effort. Okay. Posture and positioning. Static अवॉइड स्टैटिक और ऑकवर्ड पोस्चर. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. हम जब अपना काम कंप्यूटर भी कर रहे हैं एवरी 10 to 20 मिनट्स में हमें अपने पोस्चर को चेंज करना चाहिए. इसीलिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एज ए टीचर मैं आप लोग को बताता हूँ, यहाँ काफी सीनियर लोग हैं, वो लोग भी जानते हैं. एज ए टीचर मैं अपना कैसे पोस्चर पोजीशन को मेंटेन रखता हूँ. आई यूज टू टेक लेक्चर बाय वॉकिंग इन द क्लास, नॉट ऑलवेज सिटिंग, because the important thing is that like many of their, like in era we used to sit and take the lectures, but previously and many time in the here also I used to take lecture by standing or demonstrate my students by standing and my changing posture because of. And in class I used to take round all over the class at the time of teaching. That is important for the to making the mental presence of student also, and for me also, because if I acquire continuous long static posture, that it will be problematic for me. That comes in occupational diseases, like teacher generally gets affected with osteoarthritis, ankle problem, calf problem, okay, DVT problem. Many of the problem are there. So moving is always important at the time of working task also. You can change your activities after 10 to 20 minutes also. Okay. Like this is a good posture for computer worker. Okay. So this is some advices, ergonomic advices are there. Maintain erect position of back position equipment and work directly in front of and close to your major task. Keep upper arm close to the body, elbow 90 to 100 degrees. Keep feet flat on floor. Sit, use, हम लोग normally we used to sit, हम लोग पढ़ते हैं और ऐसे बैठ जाते हैं. We Indians most of the time faulty posture means our sit bones are ischial tuberosities. हमारी सिटिंग बोन है ischial tuberosity. हमारा जो नॉर्मल सिटिंग पोस्चर है that should be on ischial tuberosities. Those are sit bones. Those already known as sit bones. Okay, ये हमें already मिला है. ठीक है. And हम क्या करते हैं, हम ऐसे स्लाउच बैठ जाते हैं. And we used to sit on sacrum. We do frequently sacral sitting, and sacral sitting always in future go with sacroiliitis or sacroiliac dysfunctions many of the time, and many of you are deal with lower back pain because of that only. So these things are very important. Okay. Avoid bending neck forward for prolonged period of time and avoid static position for prolonged time. Muscle fatigue भी उससे होगा. Move to circulation. These are some correct ways like for lifting. Okay. Now ergo reminders are important. At the time of when you are working on computer, your elbow on 90 degree, your wrist is like that only, not so much deviated. Unless deviation is not should be there. Okay, your posture मैं already बता चुका हूँ. Okay, other than that exercise regularly, take proper nutrition, and do relaxation every day to protect your posture and maintain your posture from wrong faulty postures and for wrong and um, you can prevent yourself from musculoskeletal disorders also. Okay, don't forget to breathe, don't forget to move, and keep stretching every day. Okay, because prevention is always important, and that saying is that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Okay, so you have to maintain your posture as a patient also, as a physiotherapist also, as a dentist also, as a medical practitioner also. If we are dealing with right posture, correct posture, easy, we are following the ergonomic advice. Okay, and for patient perspective, if we are analyzing the patient before treatment properly and as per the proper posture analysis, we can go with a good best treatment of that also. Okay, so I'm concluding with that only, and 1 minute. This I want to just show you all. Okay, this I want to show you other thing that I left at that time. Identifying contributing factors to the posture and eliminate or reduce them. You can, for your analysis, these points are very important. You can just fast see that, and because this is a in broad aspect, but in brief, I can just tell you that at the time of when you are taking medical history, okay, when you are assessing the patient starting before diagnosis, gross examination is already very important. Full body postural assessment is very important, and localized assessment of joint is also very important, and assessment of occupational problem postures is also very important, and you have to know about the occupation of posture. These things are very important to conclude towards the best approach of your treatment. After that, increase range of motion in hypomobile joint. Lengthen, shorten soft tissue specific to that joint using techniques such as active or passive stretching, traction, massage, deactivation of trigger points, myofascial release, repositioning. These corrections, these are the many type of postural correction. In workshop, I usually used to show and used to demonstrate many of the things are there. Many of the parts I am not just telling because 1 hour is not so much sufficient for all of this, because my motive is for posture. I think you all are, and you all have understand my posture for telling this posture, not for only just defining the posture. My is to change the scenario of the treatment we are using in physiotherapy, and by that only we can go with a best approach of treatment. And as a layman personal aspects, as that we are not affected with musculoskeletal skeletal disorders, ergonomic advices are also very important. Decrease range of motion in hypermobile, strengthening lengthen muscle specific to that joint by using simple home exercises. हमें ये सब रेगुलरली करना है. टेपिंग एंड ब्रेसिंग आर इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर हाइपरमोबाइल जॉइंट्स, क्योंकि बाय दैट यू रिस्ट्रिक्ट द जॉइंट आल्सो and you limit the frequent soft tissue injuries also. Maintain normal joint positions by taping, bracing, and supports. Re-educate movement patterns. Re-education is always very important as a physiotherapist also. Okay, so this is the thing I have concluded. Okay, so if any
Thank you, sir. Thank you
now
very much. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for a great, wonderful session. And you have elaborated well enough about the ergonomics, the postural assessment, and its correction by the ergonomics. So we are really grateful to you for,
Postural control mechanism,
yeah,
postural control mechanism also.
you also,
Okay,
your
but
well
I'm
elaborated
taking,
was a postural control and uh, response, or the neural mechanism which control the posture to maintain
how do we,
good posture,
uh,
and how to prevent the
how
bad
can we
posture.
do correction and restoration also?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir. So it was a houseful, wonderful, excellent session, which has covered all the aspect of the posture and ergonomics, how to correct it, how to restore it, how to maintain it. So it was such a great session, sir, and definitely you have in
I
such a show.
hope,
Yes, sir.
and Himanshu, thank you
Yes, sir.
very much for all these things that I make. Your platform gives me to make learn to many people and to make my thinking about the current physiotherapy scenario also, and what I want from upcoming physiotherapists to first analyze properly, first diagnose, and pre and post assessment of every manual treatment or any manipulation or any taping. Pre and post assessment is very important, and postural analysis is very important. Thank you for that, that I can able to convey my approach towards the this current scenario of treatment also. What I want to just communicate with all of you, because these things are very important, and that leads to our physiotherapy professional upgradations also. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You have a incredible
And
efforts and great efforts to upgrade the profession, to uplift the profession, and our profession physiotherapy is doing great because of the people like you who are always ready to contribute, are always ready to share their incredible knowledge. So we are really
yes,
thankful to you, sir, and we are
any
receiving a great
questions are
response.
there?
Yes, sir.
Himanshu, any
Yeah, yeah,
questions are
yeah,
there?
sir.
Any?
Yes, I was about to
Uh,
ask your permission that there are a few queries. If you allow, then we can we go ahead with the questions?
yes, yes. Actually, I am just watching this chat also.
Yeah, yeah, sir.
I am not completely seen just now, but one
Sure.
thing I have seen. Somebody asks you extrovert, smart people, village people, introvert. My motive is not to see anybody, and I never discriminate. Even I am also from village. I also belong. My relatives are also from village. That not. I'm just talking about the scenario, what maximum at that time. Actually, introvert are not, village people are also extrovert. The thing is that कि हम लोग उन जगहों पे शायद many of them are not educated, या विलेज पीपल ना बोल के आप ऐसा बोल सकते हो कि जो लोग अपने को इंट्रोवर्ट रखते हैं, ज्यादा फ्री नहीं होते, स्मार्टली प्रेजेंट नहीं करते, एक्सट्रोवर्ट होके आगे नहीं आते, उनके पोस्चर पे ये चेंजेस आते हैं. नॉट ऑलवेज. मैंने बोला था ये भी बाद में कि आई हैव आल्सो सेड दैट कि एक्सेप्शंस आर ऑलवेज देयर in everywhere, and not I am talking about a particular thing. I've just given example for that, but not my motive is to discriminate anybody, to dominate anybody, or to say anything wrong about anybody, and sorry for that thing also. But what I want to make understand is the same thing, that this is a analysis, broad analysis also, कि like one thing, if you have seen, मैंने एक एचआर मैनेजर का एग्जांपल दिया था. वो अगर बैठती है तो वो, आप फीमेल को किसी पे देखोगे, एक अच्छी या फॉरेन के किसी के बिग एमएनसी में देखोगे, दे यूज्ड टू सिट क्रॉस लेग एंड चेयर पे आगे होके बैठते हैं ताकि उनका पोस्चर और इरेक्ट, दैट हेल्प्स, दैट आल्सो हेल्प इन मेंटेनिंग इरेक्ट पोस्चर, बिकॉज आप अपने मसल को कैपेबल बना रहे हो. और आप अगर बैक सपोर्ट लेते हो, जैसे राउंडेड शोल्डर की मैंने बात करी, तो हम लोग जब इंट्रोवर्ट होते हैं, या हम लोग डरे हुए होते हैं, या कहीं पे हम लोग को ज्यादा, जहाँ फैमिलीज में डोमिनेट किया जाता है, तो वहां पे होता है कि लाइक मैंने फीमेल का एग्जांपल दिया, तो आप लोग एग्री करेंगे कि ऐसा कोई नहीं है. फिर वही बात है, एक्सेप्शंस आर ऑलवेज देयर, बट वी यूज टू सिट. हम लोग को नहीं ध्यान देते हैं कि हम लोग राउंडेड शोल्डर से बैठे हैं, और ये राउंडेड शोल्डर कई बार प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करते हैं कि इस राउंडेड शोल्डर की वजह से हमें बहुत प्रॉब्लम. दैट इज फॉर दैट ओनली, नॉट आई एम रिमार्किंग ऑन एनीबॉडी or making a mark, particular mark on anyone. I already say that exceptions are always there. Yes, Himanshu, any
Yes,
more
sir.
questions are there?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. There is one more question, sir, from I think she's Dr. Sania from the Assam, and
Yes.
she want to ask that what is a good posture for the lying if patient is having hyperlordosis in the lumbar spine?
If your lumbar lordosis already increased, you know that if you मैं आपसे बोलूंगा, you get maximum relief if your lordotic curve is already increased, and you know that you get maximum relief either in side lying or bending your knees at the time of supine lying position, because that is good for increased lumbar lordotic patient. Or you can put one or two pillow in your beneath your knee, so it will help you to straighten your spine and you get relief for increased lumbar lordosis. Okay, and if lumbar lordosis is so much decreased, then you have to follow the best mattress for that only. But for English lumbar lordosis, you can do that. Either you can use also something in between your sorry, beneath your knee joint, or you can bend your knee, or you can uh, lie in a side lying position. You can sleep in a side lying position. That give you best relief from that. I think I'm
Thank
okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. There is one more question
Yes.
related to this only. That according to you, what is the best sleeping position? Supine, prone, or sideline?
Actually, side lying is the best sleeping position, because in continuous supine position also, and either in the prone position also, these all continuous prone position will affect your internal physiological system, your homeostasis, and continuous supine position will affect your musculoskeletal system in some way. Not going so much in the detail now, but your best position is sideline position for the sleeping.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I have
Yes.
one more query from the Dr. Jiten Munjal, sir. Dr. Jiten, sir, is a senior physical therapist in the North DMC Medical College. First of all,
Yes, yes.
very good compliments to
Where,
your
where,
session,
where?
sir.
From where?
North
From where?
DMC Medical College, Delhi, sir.
Okay, okay. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
And first of all, there is a very good compliment for you, sir. It was a very informative and clear
I
session.
know Munjal sir, and he
Yeah.
also know me.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes, yes,
So there is one query,
yes,
sir. That
yes.
what is your ergonomic advice for the little children who are attending the online classes nowadays?
Yes, that what I want to in this pandemic time. Actually, this COVID-19, like everything, we are including in that psychological class. I think ergonomic classes for COVID-19 situation also, because this online classes, actually this online classes is very easy to study, making everywhere that school colleges are making. I am also my students are also connected here, and I am also make to used to study them online. But my advice is that only this online study will harm you in a long term also. So for that, your children also, because ergonomic, what I already talk about that, कि ergonomic जो भी है वो advice यही देता है, what should be a distance between your laptop and your eyes, what should be the glares at that time. ठीक है, कंटिन्यूअस कितने देर हमें एक क्लास को करना है, कितनी देर बाद अपने पोस्चर को चेंज करना है, क्या टेबल की हाइट होनी चाहिए, क्या चेयर की हाइट होनी चाहिए, कितने डिस्टेंस पे कंप्यूटर या मोबाइल या लैपटॉप रखना चाहिए, कंटिन्यूअस 1 घंटे 2 घंटे का लेक्चर अगर हो रहा है तो उसमें चेंजिंग पोस्चर होने चाहिए. एक तो कंटिन्यूअस सिटिंग में बच्चा बैठा है, वो एकदम लैपटॉप पे देख रहा है. दीज ऑल थिंग्स will in long term lead to a musculoskeletal disorder. और चिल्ड्रन, छोटे बच्चों के लिए वन एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मैं आप लोग से शेयर करना चाहता हूं कि वन इज ग्रोइंग पेन. यू ऑल नो दैट ग्रोइंग पेन बहुत कॉमन होता है एडोलेसेंस एज में, जो हम लोग सोचते हैं कि ये पेन क्यों होने लगा बच्चे को इतना बैक में, कहीं उसको इंजरी नहीं हो गई, कहीं कोई, क्योंकि दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ कंटिन्यूअस वो जो बैग लोड ले रहा है, बैक पैक्स जैसे वो लेता है, बैग जैसे स्कूल के टांगता है, कंटिन्यूअस क्लासेस करता है, ये ग्रोइंग पेन उसका बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एक इफेक्ट होता है बॉडी पे बच्चों में। तो इसको अवॉइड करने के लिए नो डाउट, ठीक है ऑनलाइन क्लास है, हम छोड़ भी नहीं सकते पढ़ना है, पर हम इतना कर सकते हैं कि आप सब लोग को मेरी एडवाइस है, सबके बच्चों के लिए, छोटे बड़े बच्चों के लिए, अपने लोग यू कैन डू वन थिंग, दैट यू कैन अरेंज योर एनवायरमेंट पर्टिकुलरली फॉर द लॉन्ग टर्म क्लासेस, बिकॉज दिस सिचुएशन, ये सिचुएशन कितनी चलेगी अभी पता नहीं, तो आप लोग एडजस्टमेंट कर लो कि टेबल हाइट शुड बी, लैपटॉप जो स्क्रीन है डेस्कटॉप वो आपके चेस्ट के लेवल तक होना चाहिए, और कीबोर्ड आपके एल्बो के, नॉर्मल एल्बो 90 डिग्री फ्लेक्स्ड होके जितना होता है उतने पे आपका कीबोर्ड होना चाहिए, और आपका एक डिस्टेंस पर्टिकुलर एटलीस्ट 2 फीट डिस्टेंस होना चाहिए। 2 फीट ना भी हो पा रहा हो तो 1.5 फीट डिस्टेंस इज रिक्वायर्ड बिटवीन लैपटॉप और कंप्यूटर और मोबाइल एंड बिटवीन यू। ग्लेयर शुड बी ऑन, लाइट शुड बी देयर। अंधेरा करके नहीं पढ़ाइए बच्चों को कि वो अंधेरा करके आप क्लासेस सिर्फ लैपटॉप देख रहे हैं, ये बहुत गलत है, ये आई के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। बच्चे हट नहीं सकते तो उनसे ये कहिए, टीचर से रिक्वेस्ट करिए, अपने टीचर्स को सजेस्ट करिए स्कूल लेवल पे बच्चों के कि वो 15 मिनट पढ़ाएं, तो उसके बाद सारे बच्चों को प्रैक्टिस कराएं कि आंख को थोड़ी देर ऐसे करें रिलैक्स, ये करके फिर आंख को थोड़ी देर बंद रखें, फिर थोड़ी देर बाद ब्लिंक करें, फिर ओपन करें, ये एक्टिविटी करें। और इस टाइम पे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है गेज स्टेबिलिटी एक्सरसाइजेस, आप सब लोग कर सकते हैं गेज स्टेबिलिटी एक्सरसाइजेस, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। नॉर्मली अपना जब आप खाली बैठे हैं घर में, अपनी आईज को, ये आपके विजन को भी इंप्रूव करता है, आई स्ट्रेस को भी इंप्रूव करता है, बहुत कुछ इंप्रूव करता है, ताकि आप आई को ऊपर से नीचे मूव करें स्लोली 10 टाइम्स, ऊपर से नीचे पूरा देखते हुए साइड टू साइड मूव करें, फिर पेन को हाथ में लेके एक बार नेक को घुमाएं, आई शुड बी ऑन पेन, फिर एक बार पेन को इधर से इधर ले जाएं, नेक आपका स्टेबल हो और पेन आई के साथ मूव कर रहा हो। these things these are called gaze stability exercises, and this will improve your vision, and these will improve your eye internal external oblique muscles, strengthen your muscles, and that will lead to in long term that will lead to good for your health and eyes also. And posture का थोड़ा बहुत आपको एडजस्टमेंट करना है, ये कंटिन्यूअस एक पोस्चर में नहीं बैठना है। I think I explained as maximum as I can.
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was well explained, and we have a great learning, and we have answered all the queries almost. There's one query, sir. If you allow, can I ask?
Yes, yes.
Sir, you have shared data about the introvert and extrovert people. So it is
Yes, yes, yes.
from the observation or from the some evidence-based data?
What? What?
You have shared some data about the introvert and extrovert people and their posture.
Yes, yes.
So it is relevant to your observation or to any research?
No. It is already given. I have reference for that. There are good, great PDFs of great researchers who mention in their PDF and book also these things. I have taken that thing from our relevant book and recognized book also, and I have a reference for that also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So it is basically
Yes.
from the evidence-based.
These all things what I'm talking, all things are evidence based also, because I always follow evidence based teaching, I always follow evidence based practice always, and I suggest you all to go with evidence based also.
Yes. Definitely, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
This extrovert and introvert, one thing I already tell you, that this introvert extrovert, I already use the term कि there are exceptions, but what I am talking at that time, this like posture and gesture, both are complementary to each other, and posture is for any particular task also and posture for daily activities also. So extrovert introvert are the particular task when we are going to present anything. जब हम किसी के सामने होते हैं, जब हम स्टेज पे होते हैं, जब हम प्लेटफॉर्म पे होते हैं, जब हम कुछ परफॉर्म कर रहे होते हैं, या रेगुलर बेसिस पे भी हम जब अपने जॉब में होते हैं, वर्किंग एनवायरनमेंट में होते हैं, तो जो थोड़े एक्सट्रोवर्ट होते हैं, थोड़े स्मार्ट होते हैं, एक्सट्रोवर्ट को आप और वर्ड से भी यूज कर सकते हो. तो मतलब ये था कि दे स्मार्टली टेक प्रॉपर सिटिंग पोस्चर. ऐसा नहीं कि इंट्रोवर्ट नहीं होते, पर बिकॉज ऑफ द साइकोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ दैट पर्सन कि वो अपने को हाइड रखता है, इस वजह से उसका एक ऐसा पोस्चर पे इफेक्ट हो सकता है. बट दैट कैन बी एक्सेप्शन, नॉट ऑलवेज इन एवरी कंडीशन दैट इज देयर. ओके,
थैंक यू सर. थैंक यस सर. यस सर, ऑल क्लियर.
इसका एक बहुत अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है, आप किसी न्यूरोलॉजिकल पेशेंट को देखो या न्यूरो साइकेट्री के पेशेंट को देखो. वो क्या होता है, न्यूरोलॉजिकल पेशेंट, मैं यहाँ माइंड की बात कर रहा हूँ. कोई पार्किंसन का पेशेंट कोई यंग एज में पैरालिटिक हो जाता है. पैरालिटिक होने से उसका साइकोलॉजिकली डिप्रेस होता है, वो है ना, स्ट्रेस में होता है. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो अ फॉर्म ऑफ इंट्रोवर्ट. वो सबके सामने नहीं शो करना चाहता, सारी एक्टिविटी नहीं करना चाहता, तो वो अपने को और लिमिटेड करता जाता है. उस लिमिटेड की वजह से उसके पोस्चरल चेंजेस बहुत सारे होते हैं और उसके भी पोस्चर पे बैड इफेक्ट होते हैं. लेकिन अगर वही पॉजिटिव रहता है, जैसे कि हम बोलते हैं हमारे न्यूरो में